What's up, Fin fans, Dolphin fans, Miami Canes fans, Heat fans, everyone? So today we have a special episode. It's the very first episode of me doing this, and it's the whole reason I started this show outside of just having a place to just ramble. So it's the very first episode of the fandom origin story. And I know maybe I'll change the name. It's kind of last second name. I've had your Finns fandom story. I had a bunch of different ideas for names, but I don't want to just pigeonhole it to one team. Cause really I don't even care if you're a Cowboys fan or, God, hopefully not like a New England Patriots fan or something like that. But I'm willing to bring anyone on, a fan of sports, as long as they got passion, as long as they're real, as long as they can, be cool and be respectful and have a good time. I plan to bring on a ton of people all the time, as often as I can, to tell their story on how they fell in love with sports and how they're passionate about it because that's what I am. I'm in love with sports, particularly the Dolphins and football, is my number one love when it comes to sports. I love doing this. It's fun. It's a great thing. And, I plan to do it. So before we get started with the fandom origin story, I do have some Canes updates. And anyone who's a Canes fan already knows the team has hired Mario. And I, I mean, to be honest, guys, if you'd have been watching the show from weeks ago when I had Brandon the Bookie and Big Kev on, I said, I like Manny. I went and saw the Canes game. I loved how it was on senior night. It was awesome. A lot of love in the air, a lot of spiritual goodness. It was just such a great thing. And I said, I hope they don't get rid of Manny, because I didn't think they would ever get Mario, because I've seen this organization completely flub all this stuff all the time. And we got rid of Manny, and I'm thinking, oh great, now we've fired Manny, and there's probably no plan, and Mario's gonna sign a big contract with Oregon, and we're just gonna get screwed, and we're gonna hire Joe Schmo. But no, they came through. And not only did they come through, they came through with the big bucks. They signed him to a 10-year, $80 million contract or something like that. I know he's getting like $8 million a year. Awesome. It's about time they put their money where their mouth is, because there's no shortage of money at the Canes facility. If you live in South Florida like me, there's a friggin' Canes, Hurricanes Hospital Center somewhere in your county in South Florida, because they are everywhere. And we've got alumni and Armorada and money, and they got money. So I don't know what the hell they're doing with all this money, because they're not putting it into the sports programs, and they're definitely not putting it into the athletics when it comes to the football program, because we have fallen by the wayside. And today I caught Mario's press conference. I got some quotes here. I'll go over them. And really, guys, it was moving. I think anyone who hasn't seen it should go watch it. Mario was, I mean, guys, if he's just half a man of the words he said, we're gonna be fine. So to Mario today, he said he wants to be known for resilience, toughness, physicality, which are totally the type of things we need in this team. Discipline, things like that. We've seen this team just crumble. We've seen them, lose to a good opponent and then have such a bad loss because they didn't beat Alabama, which is ridiculous to think that that's going to happen, then lose 2 or 3 games to Duke and, Temple or some shit, which is bullshit. This is what Mario said. He goes, we want to make sure the program here is always, excuse me, hold on. We want to make sure that the program here is always always a program you can be proud of for the right reasons. He went on further to say, I'm going to invest every ounce of my existence to making sure we get the level that we need to go. I mean, bro, that's speaking to my heart here. That's what pisses us Canes fans off. We're the U. We're supposed to be the feared bad guys in football. And right now, we're not even feared in our own coastal division. So that's bullshit. And I'm not going to blame it on Manny, but Manny, you didn't do jack shit to change the narrative. If anything, you made them all right. So I found this on Twitter from Barry Jackson, and he said one of Mario's quotes, and he goes, dedicating to invest more resources in the football was one of the critical pieces of his decision to come here and back to Miami to make sure that the student athletes have the best chance for success was a huge overall factor. Duh. No coach worth their own salt is going to come here and waste their time on this team. It's just not. Why would they? Why would I come here and take all my great coaching talents, all my great ability to go and get kids to come to play for this team when you're not going to meet me halfway with taking care of these kids? It's when a college football coach goes to a family and they go to tell them that your son should play for my school, that's them letting these parents know, I will take care of your kid. When they look and they see that the program isn't doing anything to help him, they know he's either lying or delusional. Well, now that will hopefully change. So I applaud you, Miami Hurricanes. You did what I thought I didn't think you were going to do. That's why I wanted to keep Manny. I didn't think you were going to put your money where your mouth is. And from what Mario is saying, his $80 million or his $8 million a year for 10 years contract is only the start of what the Canes are going to do. So we will be watching closely here at the Fins Tailgate UM, and we will be very critical if you don't help Mario build the team. Because although Manny did fall short, the organization fell even shorter. And there's a reason why Manny didn't get a fair shake. And neither did Mark Richt, for that matter. The only reason we had a winning team with Mark Richt is because not only was he a good coach, not only was Manny doing a good defense, but he brought players with him. He had people come. And that only lasted that 1 year because we saw the fall from grace afterwards. So let's hope that, Mario can deliver. Let's hope even more that the school will deliver. So, all right, guys, with that, we will get on to the reason for this episode. So I'm going to bring on DolphinJohnny from Twitter. If you guys are on Twitter, be sure to follow DolphinJohnny on Twitter. He's out there spreading the love, showing the goodness. Everyone who's on Twitter that is friends with him already knows he's a diehard fan. So, all right, guys, I'm going to bring him on. And this is DolphinJohnny. All right, hold on. Let me hit your mic. There you go. What's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Right on. I know this is kind of controversial wearing the Seminoles garb.
It is sacrilege, and I forgot to warn everyone that you're a Seminoles fan and not hold
fix this real quick. I'm not a Hurricanes fan, but I'm a diehard Dolphins fan. That's for sure.
That's for sure. So yeah, the Canes hired Mario, and as a Seminoles fan, I'm sure you got some words about that, and we spoke off camera that how you think this is a terrible idea.
He reminds me of Larry Coker. Reminds me of hire from Larry Coker when you guys hired Larry Coker, and that was just a backlash from Larry Coker's from Butch Davis, and he didn't do anything. He just kept what he could there. And won national title, one or two national titles with the Hurricanes.
Listen, I'd take a national title win right now. So, I mean,
yeah, bro, this is not 2001 to 2006 either. So
I know, but I get that. And, also I think really why Mario is going to do so great is because his ability to recruit. And I don't think it's going to be that kind of situation. I think it's going to be the opposite. I think he's actually going to have the ability to recruit better than anyone we've had since Jimmy.
Because he's a Miami native. He's a Miami native, and I like that. That he's still a Miami native. FIU coach, I believe, Florida International University coach also after that.
I'm not certain on that, but I'll take your word. You would know, wouldn't you? You're a big-time college fan. So
yeah, I love college football, man. It's the heart and soul of what football's supposed to be. Those guys should have been paid a long time ago, but that's another story.
Yeah, well,
let's not get into that story.
It is good that that the Dolphins, that college football has opened themselves up for the what's coming. You know what I'm saying? That they better start paying these kids, because if they hurt themselves and ruin their career at potentially going to the NFL and nothing.
all of that's paid though. Anytime a player on the field hurts himself, 100% of his medical bills are paid.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the way he planned on making a living. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah, I mean that's not.
It's the reason why college basketball has taken such a beating, because kids that were worth the greatest in college, maybe they played 1 year. Most of them just try to go straight to the NBA. And not that that's a good thing. A lot of times that's a bad thing. I think there should be some kind of buffer into where grown men are playing at, because man, I mean, just listen, a 19-year-old kid gets his head taken off in the NFL, and it's no different in college basketball to pro basketball. So I do think that
at least you guys didn't try to take Mike Norvell from us.
Yeah, nobody wants that problem.
Oh my God!
What are you guys gonna do about your coaching program?
We're gonna wait for. I think. Well, because Norvell came on, the Florida State Seminoles came on at the end of the season, just like the Dolphins are doing right now. They came on well at the end of the season. Yeah, we lost against we lost some of the key games. We didn't make a bowl game this year, but I think what they're going to do is they're going to probably go after Brady, who was just fired from the offensive coordinator's position.
Mm-hmm.
If Norvell doesn't show some type of
leadership,
recruitment. Okay, we got 4-star, 5-star kids looking to come to FSU, and if he can't pull the trigger, man.
Listen, I've been up to FSU when I had a couple buddies in college, and it looked old when I was there, and they ain't done nothing to it. And this is what Miami Hurricanes.
1896, it was made, and it was made first as a all women's college.
Well, that's a
little fun fact.
That's a good fun fact. But I didn't get a chance to look at their athletics facility. But I think a lot of people should take note on what Texas A&M did. They wanted a great coach, and they took yours. And what'd they do? They built a freaking facility that was second to none. And now look at them. Texas A&M is moving their way up the ladder.
Yeah, they're in the hunt.
And that's where it starts. You got to not only pay the coach, but a lot of times you got to pay for. I mean, look, Stephen Ross. No one has put their money more where their mouth is than him. He has done so much for that stadium that I'm not saying you got to buy a Super Bowl, but you got to buy the crap around a team to get people to want to be there. It's Miami, but these guys, listen, they'll buy their house in Miami and spend time there, and they might live in Miami year-round when they're not playing, but they'll play in Buffalo, or they'll play in Minnesota, or they'll play in
we have no state taxes, so that's one of the reasons.
That's cool. That's cool and all. And you know what? When it's millions, I'm sure it's a lot more in taxes. But really, dude, these guys are winners. They want to win, and winning players go to winning organizations, and winning organizations put their money where their mouth is. And that's what Stephen Ross has done. Hopefully it starts paying dividends, because I've never seen someone come in and put so much money and then not at least find some way to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, think of this. What, 2 seasons ago, we were on a rebuild when we took Tua in the first round. Okay, we were on a rebuild. We had Fitzmagic in the background as our quarterback, who is actually out of the game now. He's done for life. Probably won't come back with his hip injury that he had at Washington.
Somebody's going to be dumb enough to pay him money to come back, because not for nothing.
Harvard grad, dude.
Not for nothing.
He's not a stupid kid. He's a Harvard grad. He's not stupid.
Not just that, but he's got flair. He's got pizzazz.
Oh yeah.
On a team like the Texans,
Dallas.
I don't know, Dallas.
That's some Dallas shit right there that they'll pull for a backup quarterback. Boom. Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what? He's worth $10 million for that show, because he puts on a great show, man, and he gets people hype. And when he plays football, it's pretty fun to watch, because he does some crazy shit, man. He really does. We see why when he came to Miami, why Tampa fell in love with him, why Buffalo fell in love with him, why everybody and all their fans fall in love with him, because he's easy to love.
I mean, I wanted the Dolphins to take Herbert. I wanted I wasn't sold on Tua, but after the first season, seeing him then from game 6 on, I fell in love with the kid. And then I started doing a little research on him, and he's just really he's a down to earth Bible kid, very Christian. His father told him whenever he threw an interception, it was a belt in the Bible, and that's what Tua got if he threw an interception. And at the age of, I don't know, 9, I think it was, he was throwing 30-yard passes down the field when these kids couldn't even throw 10 yards. So when I saw what not just his lineage, because being a Samoan, being one of the only quarterbacks in the NFL to be a Samoan, except for Mario, what's the other guy came out of the Ducks?
God bless it. He
Anyway,
plays for L.A. or Las Vegas right now. What is his name?
Right, he actually beat Tua, and because he was the first Samoan to come out of college.
He went to the same high school as him.
Yeah, he went to the same high school. Yep, in Hawaii. Yeah,
what is his name? It's
Mario, not Cristobal, because that's
it's not. That's the only name that keeps coming to my head. That sucks. That means he's forgettable. That sucks for him.
Right, he's forgettable. You know what's not forgettable? Tua's actual name has 18 letters in it. Okay, that's Tua. I had to write it down, so excuse me if I look away. It's Tua Nagaman Noa Lepo-Ola.
Yeah. I see why they said.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that, but I messed up completely.
Yeah, I know it's a hard one. I remember when
18 letters in that name, dude. Come on.
Bro, I can't even read something that's got more than 10. I look at it and I'm like, all right, let me break this down right over here. I started looking like I can't see. He I that's what I fell in love with. I saw Herbert and I liked what I seen. But you know what I did see from Herbert is I seen somebody when it mattered most, he crumbled. I saw when the pressure was on him, he crumbled.
And Tua thrived in that position. He really did.
As soon as the pressure heated up, he was like ice. He had ice water in his veins, and I fell in love with that. Like everybody else, man, we fell in love with that second half.
Yeah, so Alabama at towards the end of the second half is 35-6. They're blowing them out. They're going to win. There's no doubt about it. There's only one quarter left, I believe, and they should have taken Tua out. Well, Tua says, absolutely, do not take me out. Let me get one more pass. Let me get one more pass. Let me get one more pass. That's how he busted up his hip. He didn't break it. A lot of people think he broke his hip. He didn't break his hip. It just dislocated.
It's a rip dislocation. It tears all those ligaments and everything. It's terrible, man. It's the Bo Jackson thing. I mean, it ended Bo Jackson, and we all saw Bo Jackson. He was nobody was like Bo.
Well, Bo knows.
Bo knows, dog. Hey, y'all don't know, Bo know. So, and I got Bo right here. I keep Bo close. I love Bo Jackson. Love him. He's my faves. I got like a bunch of book reports I wrote all in high school. No, all in like elementary school, like when football and stuff like that. I got these book reports. My mom's got them. I did like every time they asked about what I wanted to be or who I wanted to like or meet or whatever, it was always Bo Jackson, man. I love
You should do a book report on the first time you actually got on the field of a football field when you were, I think,
7.
Yeah. You were 7 years old. Your father and I were out there.
Yep.
And you were playing linebacker. I think you're number 22.
No, I wasn't linebacker then. I didn't start playing linebacker till like my 4th year because
you were on defense. You were inside
nose tackle
or something. Nose tackle.
Okay,
nose tackle.
Yeah.
Well, you got hit by a bigger kid, and here you come a running. Here comes Chris running along, and your dad says, "You get your."
No, remember I got the wind knocked out of me.
Yeah,
I had the wind knocked
like,
out of
I'm
me.
done with this. They hit hard.
I was throwing up, and I was sick, and I'm sitting over there, and you guys, I was throwing up,
and me and your dad
yoked me up by my pads and
pulled you over.
Me up, pulled
over
me
the
over.
fence.
Yeah, you pulled me over the fence, and y'all kicked me back on the field and told me to quit crying, little bitch.
Cowboy up, son.
And you know what, man? And it got easier from that day, and I'll never forget it. And I remember now that we're on this topic, and I remember that it was my second year in football, and every year for the first 5 years, even though I stayed on the same team, which was always the Dolphins, I kept getting a new coach every year.
Yeah.
And it was a new coach who had some son on the team and brought a friend whose other son on the team. And that's what they did. They paid to play, so they got to run the team, and they didn't know shit about football,
Yep.
nothing. And I was small and little, and they kept putting me on D line and O line and stuff like that. I was actually the snapper for a couple of years too. I used to snap the
Really?
ball. I still could snap the shit out of a long ball, dude. I could hit. I should have went to college as a long snapper because there'd be no doubt in my mind I could have got a scholarship for that shit.
Ain't nobody's gonna touch you. Nobody's gonna touch you.
Whatever, bro. I'm playing football. I don't give a damn. I'm running downfield. I'll get myself knocked out before I ain't hitting on somebody. That's how I love to play the game. Physical, beat that ass.
I was too short to worry about that. I had to run around.
Listen, I ain't that much taller than you, bro.
You're 5'10", aren't you? 5'9", 5'10"?
I'm not 5'10". I'm 5'9" when I stand up straight. I hunch around 5'7", So, no, I'm not that tall.
I thought you were as tall as Jonathan.
No. I ain't even close, dude. He's way taller than me. But, yeah, we every year, so I was small, and in my third year, my dad's like, this year's the last year I see you getting flattened and smacked around. So he goes, you're going to eat up. I bulked up all friggin' off season. I was eating before every practice, I would eat a chicken pot pie. And so I was eating like 4 or 5 meals a day, plus all the snacks kid eat. I got fat, bro. I got fat. That's when I turned into Heavy C. And
that was Heavy C. I still have you in my phone as Heavy C.
Of course, I know. And I couldn't use Heavy C as my name. It's very redundant now. And not that if I was laying some wisdom on y'all, I could be Heavy C. You know what I'm saying? But I can't be. Heavy C's gone, bro. That guy's not there. I'm El Capitan now, bro. Right. But, it was the best experience to play football. And I always tell people this, there was one year I played on the Dolphins, and we didn't win a game all year until the last year we beat the Jaguars in the very last game of the year. Yeah. That was the funnest year I ever had playing football, even though I played for I think it was almost 10 full years. I played from 7 to 17. I didn't play my senior year in high school because I transferred to a different school, but I played for 10 years of football from 7 to 17. And that year was the funnest year, even though we lost every game. And the one game we won, it was the last game of the year. It was amazing to win it. I remember that year I was murking fools. I never left the field. I played any position I wanted, but I was fullback and I was middle linebacker. And I even got to kick the ball a couple times because I had, other than the soccer kid who then broke his foot at the last 3 games, I was the best kicker next in line. I was the most knowledge at the game. A lot of them, it was their first or second year, but I had been playing at that time. I think it was 4 or 5 years. So,
you're playing back on that part in 2007. I don't know if you remember this because it was so far back, and you're younger than I am.
I wasn't in 2007.
Yeah, 2007. The Dolphins went 1-15. Yeah. With their last game of the season. I believe it was the last game of the season that they won.
No, I think it was West. It was the 4th to last game.
Okay.
And it was a catch from Greg Camarillo that won the game, and it was to beat the eventual Super Bowl champions, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
They won the Super Bowl that year. So even though we didn't beat everybody, we beat the Super Bowl champs that year. And I want to say they were undefeated coming in there.
They weren't. Chicago Bears were the only undefeated team that we beat the knockoff, so they didn't beat the 71 and 72 record. That was the only team that we knocked off.
That's not true because there's a lot of teams that come to Miami undefeated where all the guys are.
I'm talking that far into the season. I'm talking with 3 or 4 games left, 2 or 3 games left. There's only been one team, that's Chicago Bears.
Oh, okay, all right,
yeah.
All right.
I mean, anybody know any different, let me know. And
hit us up in the comment section if someone's watching and you know something that I don't or he don't. We'd like to know because I like that. I like knowing some stuff.
Have you told anybody are you going to go to any Dolphins games not any Dolphins games, but any more Dolphins games this year?
I have mentioned on other site or other broadcasts that I plan to go to the Jets game. Not this week, but next week. And it's official. I'm going, guys. So
me too.
DolphinJohnny will be there with me. We're going to be setting up a grill. I'm gonna be giving out some free food. I'm gonna have bumper stickers for the guys. I might even bring one of these
Whiskey.
nice. No, I don't.
Oh,
Well, that might be there too. I do know one of my buddies is coming with a keg full of beer, or a cooler full of beer. But
this
I
ain't
might.
water.
No, it's not. It's just put in a different cup. But I've got some really good cards that I give away on the show. So I plan to bring a couple, and maybe we'll do some games and prizes with people. I got to figure out how to get like a microphone and a PA to talk to the people that are around there, because I
Maybe
plan
some of your
on,
followers, can find something,
if
that they'll
somebody's going to
give you
be there at the game, we'll be in the orange parking lot. I'll be there bright and early. I
close
don't
to
know.
Big E. Let's do a little drop on Big E.
Yeah,
Okay.
hopefully we'll be close to Big E, man, because that's where I'm trying to get. I know he's been in contact with you, and we're trying to get there with him.
Yeah, he's been a good
So
friend of mine on
he,
Twitter for
he's
a while.
he's been a great guy. As anyone who knows Big E or has in conversation of any sort
Fan
with
of the
him,
year, bro.
I
Everybody
know,
knows Big E.
but not just the fan of the year. It's just a great person.
What he does, right? What
It's
he
what
does
he
for his
does.
family, yeah.
Yeah, it's what he does for the fans, though. You can tell it's just all giving and love with the guy. So anyone got a problem with Big E, you got a real problem with yourself, bro, because there ain't no reason to have a problem with that guy. But I got, as you know, Court, I got tons of these good cards.
Oh yeah.
And I plan on bringing a couple to give away. Maybe I'll have some questions. Maybe I'll have a game. Maybe I'll bring I don't know.
Beat me in NFL trivia.
Or we'll do like Flip Cup, or we'll do, if you can go to my dad's house and grab the beanbag thing. What the hell is it called? The thing where we taught cornhole. Maybe we'll bring the cornhole. We got those Dolphins cornhole bags and stuff like that. I'm sure
that
he'll
sounds
let you
like
bring
fun.
it. We'll have that set up there. We're gonna have games. We're gonna have prizes. It's just all about fun, guys. Brandon the bookie will be on the show before or at some point in time. I plan to go live at the stadium and try to broadcast. That's why I'm getting there early, not just for the grilling and stuff. I plan to set it up and hopefully have it cooking and going, and food's cooking and everything. I've dropped the get bitched at by your old lady Penny on this mo right now, dude. Okay, so I've got the
That's
good
a shiny penny, boy.
The penny is hurting me now, dog. I am going to listen to this not just before, but after this game. But that's all right. I'm doing what I love. She loves me.
Because we got quite a few people that we're tailgating with. Everybody's going to be coming.
It's going to be a blast.
7 to 10 people, I believe it is, that we're bringing.
That's right. So, that's right. And listen, if by any reason someone doesn't come, that means I got an extra ticket. And if I have an extra ticket, I will give it away, because I got no reason to keep it. I have no need to sell it. I don't give a shit about that.
Right.
So if there may be a ticket or two left over, and if there is, you guys can come and party with us. So stay tuned for those details. I'm still waiting on a couple callbacks. I bought 10. I've got 7 definitely coming. Maybe more. We'll see. But
last Dolphins game I went to was with Karen, and I haven't gone back since. It's been about 3 years. God bless to any of the cancer survivors or cancer fighters out there. Just like to give you guys a little shout out. You guys are awesome, and keep the fight up, man. It's
amazing.
Worth every day.
It is. Every moment more with our friends and family is worth every bit of the fight. And Karen fought it for as long as she could, and God bless her. She's looking down on us. She's looking down on us now, and proud of everything you've become and I've become. And all we can do is live in her memory in the best way we can.
Yeah.
But
they brought us on the field because she had cancer, and she started griping at him.
That's
my husband wants to go out on the field and see the cheerleaders.
So you're going to tell a cancer person no, are you? I'm going to get on Twitter right now.
That's exactly what she said. You see my bald head?
People with cancer? Yeah. Guess what?
She'll take her hat off. You see my bald head? You son of a
Yeah. She knew how to bitch her way into some good stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was a good girl. But go ahead. You were saying. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I hopefully maybe we'll do a little fundraiser at one of these times for the cancer thing. Hopefully, if I get enough subscribers to YouTube. Also, guys, I forget to say this. Listen, I plan to do a lot of stuff. I'm actually gonna, as long as it works out in time and finances, in the off season, I plan to go and take my son to Zach Sealer's, dealio he's got down there.
I heard that he's got some type of survival training thing going on in
No,
Immokalee?
it's not in Immokalee. I don't know. I can't remember exactly where it was. I do
Oh,
know it's
Punta
in
Gorda or
South.
something like that. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's in like South Central Florida. I'll have to get all the deal about it, but it's essentially a hunting ground, and they bring people out there. They teach them how to hunt, teach them how to clean. You know, it's kind of like a kind of it's a survival thing because they do a lot of education in there.
Yeah,
Um, but you know, my son, he's 9 now. He's really into, you know, he wants all survival stuff from Santa this year.
right on.
And you know, and that's cool.
Me too.
We're about that, dude. We know that. We love that stuff. So you know, I'm gonna hook him up and everything like that. And I think, you know, after whatchamacallit, we'll after the season ends, we'll go there, we'll have some fun. I'll take him there, and I want to reach out to Zach, and maybe I know he just started his cause for cleats, and that his thing over here is gonna be where he helps to get kids that can't get out there to you know, pay for it and bring them. I think I might be able to help them with that, man. I'm willing to donate some of my time and my energy and my money
Sure,
for something
absolutely.
like that, man. That's right up my alley, brother.
Yeah.
So I hopefully I'll bring my son there and I'll get to meet somebody and I could work that out. Because listen, as you know, and you're from Fort Myers, well, not from, but you lived in Fort Myers area. There's plenty of good
Hey,
kids.
Coral.
Yeah, there's plenty of good kids that could use an opportunity like that, especially around here. And I plan to move further south towards Immokalee, and there's definitely some kids around there between where I am now in Cape Coral down to Immokalee. There's definitely kids that could use some of that. And if Zach's going to be doing that kind of stuff, I'll meet him halfway in some way possible to get a group of kids up there to do something like that. And
That
also,
that area that
what's that?
area is what specifically drew me into football. I wasn't old enough whenever we were in West Palm Beach to enjoy the game, but when I got into LaBelle, Fort Myers, Cape Coral region, I started loving football. And I remember in my, I think it was my sophomore year, I played against, he played in Green Wave. I played against Deion Sanders, and Deion Sanders is a Fort Myers native. Goes back there, gives the kids at the high school at Green Wave High School a new cleats every year, new uniforms every
He
year.
does. Everybody who knows in this area knows Dion comes around Fort Myers and
Yeah,
takes
his
care of
sister
his
still
hometown.
lives in the same house that she grew up in over there in Fort Myers off Anderson Avenue. You
Well,
know,
don't tell him everywhere where she's at. They don't want him
oh,
knocking on her door.
anyway, but that's what made me this Seminole fan, Seminole diehard. Love the
Yeah, yeah.
Seminoles.
You fell in
Uh,
love with what he did, and he went to the Seminoles,
I
and
mean, we
God bless
lost
him.
48-0. You know, I think he did. I literally, he threw the ball, he caught the ball, he ran the ball, ran kickoffs, did interceptions. I don't think he kicked the ball. I don't think he kicked any field goals, but he did everything else. He
Yeah, he
did,
certainly did.
literally did everything else.
I'm sure he could have punted and kicked if they asked him, bro.
He
He was an
literally did everything else on the team, and that's what drew me into football. What drew me into Dolphins fan was I liked the Miami Dolphins. I wasn't a diehard fan of the Dolphins. I was more into Pittsburgh Steelers. I liked them, the Iron Curtain, all that stuff like that. I love the Steelers, right?
well. That
And
lines up with your age too. They were big back then.
right, yeah. Terry Bradshaw was my idol, for quite some time until what was it, 86, 84 when Dan Marino came in somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
was, he was drafted in '84.
okay, 84. Okay, but I didn't start watching them consistently until around 86, 88. Then I went to the military, and then in 1992, somewhere around there, um, we got a job to install a hardwood floor at Dan Marino's house. And we didn't get to meet Dan Marino, but just to be in, I got chilled. I got literally goosebumps right now. Just to be in that icon's presence of his man
His
cave,
stuff. Yeah, his stuff.
bro. Listen, I asked the lady, which was the housekeeper, whatever it was, a little Spanish lady, Cuban, I think, probably, and I asked her if I could have some water. It was really hot that day. Of course, it's South Florida, Coral Gables. We're out there, sweating our butt off, right? And she brings me this, and I have it up in my china cabinet. I'm not going to get up and go get it, but I have a
No, no.
commemorative 1972 Dolphins glass that
Nice.
she gave me.
Wow,
And
I
when I
didn't
was
even
not
know
drinking
that.
it, and I'm done drinking it. I just put it in my cooler. So
She gave it to you to keep.
the statute of limitations is up. I can say whatever I want on it.
Look, they even cut you
I
off.
have it to this day, man.
Nice,
it is, and I drink out of it. I use it. You know.
Oh yeah. Listen,
I
if
use
you
it
ever get to
every
meet Dan one day, he'll be like, "You stole my glass, son of a bitch." Nah, he won't remember.
No, but I had met Dan Marino a couple times when I gone to the game. It was just it was awesome.
You've met
You
Dan.
know,
Did you tell him you have his glass?
no, kid, are you kidding me? It was only
If I
like a
meet
year.
Dan, I'm
I didn't
snitching
wait
you
7
off.
years on something like that.
Yeah. That's funny.
And then, you know, right after that, we got referred to from Dan Marino. We got referred to Greg Norman to do Greg Norman's hardwood floor, which is the Shark.
Nice.
Which is the Shark. And that's another story that we probably can't tell on YouTube because there's a lot of alcohol and cuss words and stuff like that. But I'll tell you that story one day.
I'll hear that. We'll talk that at the tailgate. Y'all come to the tailgate party at the Dolphins Jets game and find us to hear this story. Maybe
it's going to be a great story, man. You guys wouldn't believe it. It's got to deal with the President Bush, Greg Norman, and Dan Marino.
Man, I heard a little bit of this story, Court. This is an amazing story, guys. You have no idea. Helicopters, everything, Secret Service. Oh man, I know, man. That's going to be an awesome story to tell.
I got some stories about Donald Trump's house when we did his hardwood floor too.
Man, you know what? You know how good I am at hardwood because of you and my dad and stuff like that and doing that stuff, man. I've never been able to be lucky enough to go and do those houses.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe one day they'll need some specialty hardwood flooring done and they'll know who to turn to because I got all the secrets, brother. I've got it from you and from my dad and even the new shit. I got some extra secrets. That's what I kind of do for a living. I love to do that stuff. You know what? I don't mind it. I like how it works. I like that waterproof stuff. I think it's nice and I think it's affordable and I like its purpose. But if you want what I'm gonna put in my house, I'll put it in my house because I got kids and dogs and shit like that.
Yeah.
But not in the places I want.
Not in your man cave. You're gonna put
hell no. I'm gonna make a
Brazilian cherry.
It's badass freaking emblem and stuff. I'm gonna make it out of wood, 10 different types. I'll take my time with something like that. In fact, that's what I plan to do on a table. I'm going to make the table I got is just a cheapy table. It's got a Dolphins thing over it, you know, to deaden the sound so the mic don't bounce and stuff.
Right.
Maybe I'll get one of them arm thingies. That would be cool.
Boom mic.
Yeah, boom mic. You know, I'll hopefully get one. You know, I'll get there. I'm growing, fools. You know, I hope to get to be able to make like a tabletop as like you know, in my head I kind of think of like Sons of Anarchy where they had the redwood table. I want to make something like that with a Dolphins emblem for the show for the Fins tailgate, dude. I'm gonna make it happen. It's gonna
get a big old cypress. You get a big old cypress knee, dude. Do the same way.
I was thinking about trying to find a monster live oak that was dead to do it in, some Florida live oak, because I know they don't get that big, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find one.
Yeah.
I want to find like a natural Florida tree because that's how I want it to be represented. You know what I'm saying? Something that's natural.
There's some Dade County pine out there.
Listen, they got some oak trees that grew. It's got to be a tree from Florida, no matter what. Whether it's you know, a Spanish moss tree or something like that or whatever, we'll figure it out when we get there. But
let's get back to football. You had a thing on your Twitter that I saw the other day. You had, if you had to choose one, who would you choose? And you had a Zach Thomas and Jason Taylor. Now everybody knows you can't pick between the two of them. Both of them, you know, they're kin. You know, now, you know, by marriage. Yeah. But if I had to pick, and I tweeted it out there, and not a lot of people were agreement on this, I picked Zach Thomas. And the only reason, not just because of you and what I saw you as whenever you started playing football and everything, I picked Zach Thomas is because he never went to the Traders, which is the Jets. He never, you know, Zach Thomas did go to Dallas. He did go to Kansas City and then retired as a Dolphin. But JT, money, I love you, man.
JT went to the Jets for money. Zach Thomas went to those teams because they told him he wasn't allowed to be a Dolphin no more.
Right. No, I get it. Yeah, and the boy had to make a paycheck. But Zach Thomas, I guarantee you, he would not have gone to the Jets. I guarantee you.
Oh no! He would have hung up his cleats before the Jets went calling, especially in those days when we hated the Jets the most.
Yeah, and Zach Thomas. So Zach Thomas, it is for me on that.
I am 1,000,000% agreement with you. I love Zach Thomas he's my illegitimate daddy in some way, because I love football is such a massive part in my life, and I played middle linebacker. I did everything in my power as too short, too fat, too slow.
That's what he
to
was.
be a middle linebacker. And you know
Yeah.
what? Not only did I play linebacker, but bitches were freaking. They knew who I was, because if you were the best running back on your team, I was taking you out. If you're the best
Yeah.
quarterback on your team, I was taking you out.
And back in them days, that's what the coach would say. Take that one out.
Listen, you got him, Chris. You got him. I'm like, you ain't got to tell me, coach. I seen his ass getting the ball all the time. He ain't doing that no more. By the third quarter, he's on the bench because you don't want to see me no more. Because that's what I seen Zach do. Zach would just blow you up again and again and again. Dude, you know how many collarbones I broke in Pop Warner? I broke like 6 collarbones in Pop Warner from just laying bitches out. Because I didn't care how hurt I got, because I knew if it hurt me, it was going to hurt you more, because I'm lower and smaller, so I'm gonna come up from underneath. And I saw Zach do that. That's how I learned how to play.
You would never think that at his size and his stature, at the 5th overall, the 196 pick, the 5th round, the 196 pick of the 5th round, they're like, okay, you're basically a walk-on at that time, at that part. You know what I mean?
Especially in those days, too.
Of course.
Look, you said 196th pick. It's over after 199. You know what I'm saying? It's over at 199 now.
Yeah, he was 196 pick, and Zach Thomas will forever and always be part of my love for the Dolphins. Besides the Dan Marino stories that I have, besides all the other stuff that I have in South Florida, Zach Thomas was the one that drew me to loving the Dolphins. I got Dolphins tattooed on me, baby. It's for life.
Listen, I've been wanting a Dolphins tattoo. As you know, I've got several spots. I've got tattoos in several places, but I have been waiting.
We don't want to see them.
Oh, well, I'm not going to show you. You gotta pay extra to see that, baby. But
never do that again.
I've wanted to get this Dolphins tattoo, but I've been waiting for a trophy to put the Lombardi, and then the year we win it. And I've been waiting a long damn time. I don't know how much longer I can wait. I feel like I only have to wait 3 more years, because in the next 3 years, we're going to get one. As long as we don't get rid of this GM and get rid of this coach, these boys are going to get it. I hope it doesn't.
You like Greer?
I love Greer. Love him. I think Chris Greer is smarter than the rest. I think he's playing 4D chess. I think people who get mad at him fuel him, dog. I think he likes good. Get mad at me, because I'm telling you, buddy is a genius. I've seen him for far too long scout and make the right picks in the low rounds, in the mid rounds, and now
in the
upper rounds.
Hit on Waddle.
Hit on
Waddle. I'm watching Chase the other night.
Phillips too. Phillips.
Phillips and Waddle. Yeah, I'm watching Chase. The other the wide receiver from Alabama that went in front of
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Dropping everything. That kid is dropping,
because he can only catch the over the head, sink in the bucket deep ball, and that's great. Don't get me wrong.
Sure,
that's not what I need. I need a killer. I need a guy that's a weapon, not a guy who can do one thing great. I've got that. I've got.
Yeah, we need a blocker. Yeah, and that's what Waddle brings you. He brings
everything.
He's a blocker.
He brings physicality. He brings
intensity.
Passion.
Yeah.
Intensity, bro. Intensity.
Yeah.
I need that on my football team. I don't need a guy that can run 80 yards. My offensive line can't block long enough to fucking throw a ball out long.
No, Tua's got the fastest relief in the NFL right now.
Third fastest.
No, he's been
it's the fastest now?
It's the fastest now.
Because it was third fastest before the last game.
We're ahead of a game. Okay, we got 13 games in. That's why we got to buy late. Late buy.
The numbers get squirrely with the buy.
Yeah, the numbers get squirrely with the buy.
And watch, after this week, he'll have the even better, because there's no way people are gonna do that, dude. Yeah. He's got a gun on that. And you know what?
Do you know he's actually right-handed?
Yes, I did. He trained his whole life to be a left-handed throwing.
His father trained him to be left-handed because his dad was left-handed. He says, "I'm not the only family member going to be left-handed in this family."
I mean, and that sounds crazy as shit to say out loud.
So he can actually throw, not as accurate, but he can actually throw with his right hand. He can switch hands. Like a switch pitcher, man.
I hope we get to see
switch hitter hand.
I hope we get to see him switch hands, because why not, dude? Chuck it with his right, chuck it with his left. That would be crazy as hell.
That's a good song right there. Chuck it with his right, chuck it with his left.
Oh yeah, I'll bust that bad boy down here soon enough. I do have an opinion, and I'll go into this more in detail in the offseason because that's when I think it'll all come back around again. And I know you said no Deshaun talk, but I'll
No
make it
Deshaun
very
talk,
quick.
dude.
I'll make it
That's
very quick.
real quick before you do that. Answer me this: what happened with losing 7 games in a row to this team that we have right now at 5 wins in a row? We went 1-7, and then we're going 5 games, 5 win games. I'm going to tell you what happened. Those first 7 games were because of Deshaun Watson, because of that cancer
I
that
agree.
came into the
I agree.
locker room. And somebody tweeted that to me, and I was like, I didn't even think of that. Makes sense.
I agree.
But go ahead, man. It's your podcast. Go ahead.
I agree.
Screw everything up.
I wouldn't go get Deshaun Watson, but I told you I like Chris Grier. I think Chris Grier had full intention of getting Deshaun Watson and not getting Tua. And then hear me out. Everyone judges Chris Grier harshly on that draft where we had 3 first-round draft picks, and we took Tua, Austin, and Iggy. Iggy ain't even playing. He came on the field last game for 1 friggin' second to just.
But I believe he's going to be.
I do too. I
crucial
agree.
part of the Dolphins' offense or
defense
rather next season.
I agree with you. I think Howard might leave and Iggy comes in and we get to see the superstar he is.
Yeah.
And I hope that's the case. If not, if we don't see him next year, I don't want to ever see him because bullshit having to wait 3+ years on anyone. But
yeah, but you gotta wait.
I think, and just by what I do know, because I follow Chris Grier very closely, because to me, when it was Tannenbaum, Chris Grier, and I can't even remember who the third guy was running the team, you could literally see the picks Tannenbaum made and the picks whoever else was there making, and then you could see Chris Grier picks because those are the ones that worked. Like Jarvis Landry was a Chris Grier pick. And you know when he stands up and yells and gets his way, and then those guys work. And when I see that draft that we took Tua and how the other 2 draft picks didn't go the way Chris Grier wanted, I can't help but think and wonder that Chris Grier had no intention of getting Tua. He was going to ride out that year with Fitzpatrick, and he wasn't going to get a quarterback. He was going to then draft an O-lineman with that pick or trade back and get more capital and had other picks in place. And that what happened was I think it was Stephen Ross and Flores. I think it was more Stephen Ross making it happen and Flores saying, I need this, and him wanting Tua. And then that's what happened. He picked Tua. His board got messed up, and then he had to pick Austin, and then he picked Iggy because he pretty much gave that first round to those first 3 picks to Flores and then took over. I
consider this year to be Tua's rookie season. Last season doesn't count. I mean,
he came out injured. He was at atrophy.
Game 6, everything. What was it? Game 5, Game 6. He came in.
Game 6, I think it was.
And he not only he was just coming off his injury. He came in as a backup to Fitzpatrick, and
a big shadow cast by a guy like Fitzpatrick too.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that is an cumbersome person. He's got a very big personality, right? Mm-hmm. And then right before he signed his contract with the Dolphins, his car was in the only car he had was in a devastating tornado in Tennessee when he was getting ready for the NFL and everything like that. Yep. And destroyed his car. You know what I mean? So the kid's got had a lot on his plate. Then he had the COVID whatever. You had the COVID, and all of that played an integral part in not allowing him to become the quarterback that he's becoming now. So in my mind,
the deck was very stacked against the kid.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is his rookie season right now.
It is.
And he's got 2,000 yards, got 1,984 yards, almost 2,000 yards. Okay. And he's got 12 touchdowns with 6 interceptions.
But,
right?
But listen, man, and this is how I stay real about it. He is who I thought he was. And when we were drafting, I was all about tank for Tua. I was pissed we were winning so many games because I thought we put him outside, and then he got injured and fell to us, and I was elated because I thought for sure we were going to take Justin Herbert and screw this up. And I think if Chris Greer had his way and had to pick a quarterback, that's who he would have picked. I think Tua is Flores, and more importantly, it is Stephen Ross's desire. I think Stephen Ross saw what I saw at that halftime show and said, "That's a freaking real quarterback, right?"
You're
there.
not going
That's
to
who
tell
I
the
want."
bank. You're not going to tell the bank what to do.
No.
Put it
You
that
don't
way.
tell the bank what to do.
No,
So,
it's just
but I think that set a ripple into effect of those first round picks, and people judge him harshly on that first round because of
Yeah.
Austin's struggles, because Iggy hasn't got on the field, because Tua was injured all year last year,
He
coming
did pick
in,
Phillips.
he got injured.
He
He
did pick
did. I
Phillips.
think I judge in the same way you're judging Tua as this his rookie season. I'm judging Greer on the second round of 2019 and all of 2020. You know
All
what I'm
right,
saying? And
that's
that's
fair.
kind of where this is how I look at Chris Greer. Now, I could be wrong, and I'll never know unless I get to talk to Chris Greer and ask him, or he gets to see this and tell me or something. Which, hey, Chris
Right.
Greer, say hi to your boy. You
What's
know what
up,
I'm saying?
Chris?
What's up, Chris Greer? Thanks for watching.
Hey, Dan Marino, remember
Hey,
me?
Dan Marino, yeah.
Sucker, you ain't getting that glass
get
back.
your class. I ain't even showing it to you. No,
Can't even see it.
yeah. So I think that you know, that's kind of probably what happens. I try to always, take in. I consume so much, not just from Twitter, because Twitter's a lot of us talking. So I try not to get my information through there outside of guys like Barry Jackson and stuff. But where I consume a lot is the Sun Sentinel. Guys like Joe Shad and the Palm Beach Post. These are the guys that are in the room with the coaches, and they're writing the articles. And then I watch the interviews myself, and I try to pick up tells on how they speak and what they're saying, because it's all coach speak. But these aren't great liars. A lot of them, man. I can see through the forest through the trees in some ways. And from what I can understand, I think that that's what's happened. But I think Chris Greer is exactly what he says he is. He will never pick nothing or no one his coach doesn't want, and that him and Flo are connected at the hip. And when people say fire Chris Greer, you might as well fire them all and blow it all up again, because that's where we're heading.
No, we need to give this regime a chance. We need to give this okay. So we need to make some offensive line moves. Okay, I believe that we need our center's back. Our center. Okay, he came back for the Jets game, or not for the Jets game, but for the previous game. He will be fully integrated back into the huddle for the last four or five remaining games. And
4 games. We're on a bye week.
4 games.
5 weeks, 4 games.
Right. I truly believe. Now you want to go into stats or whatever it is. Okay, so the Dolphins have the 83 to 88% chance if they win out. Okay, if they have, there's a 35 to 1 odd that the Dolphins win out. If you take one game away from there, there's a 72% chance that the Dolphins can now. If you take one team away from that game that we're playing, and I think you know what game that is.
It's the Tennessee game, right?
Patriots. The last game of the season.
Patriots?
They're calling us they're saying that if we took out the Patriots game, okay, we could win these next 3 hands down. Okay. Tennessee Titans, we beat them last year. We have their number. We know what
we didn't beat Tennessee. We haven't played Tennessee since Tannehill.
Okay, so that was Houston. That was Houston. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what I worry about with Tennessee is this.
That was Texans.
What I worry about with Tennessee is this.
They ain't got no running back.
I know, but Derrick Henry ain't done for the year. Okay?
He's not going to be back in 2-3 weeks. He's not going to be back.
Why not? Why not? He's going to make it back. They have full expectation that he's going to make it before the end of this season.
Ryan Tannehill is not.
I ain't scared of Ryan Tannehill. It's Derrick Henry that I'm scared of. And if he comes back that week for the Dolphins game, I will fear losing that game because of him. Because
I will put money that the Dolphins will win that
with
game.
Derrick Henry on the field.
With Derrick Henry on the field.
Man, I love how you think, bro.
At that point, that I believe that they got their core pieces back together from injury, from COVID-19 list, and yada yada yada. I believe that the Dolphins.
Well, what about these kids that are rookies? What about these rookies like Jalen Phillips? Are they going to hit this rookie wall? Jalen Phillips was asked to, last time by media about how does he feel in rookie wall, and he goes, "I feel great. I'm ready to go." So I know that, but we've seen this happen where this rookie wall comes and a guy that's been doing good all year just skids. Like I expect to see that out of the
Jalen
kid
Phillips hasn't been doing good all year.
that's
He's
true,
been
and I
doing
agree with you.
okay. The last
And now
5
he's
games,
doing.
he's been doing good. He's got
That's right.
5 sacks in the last 2 games. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's the
Yeah,
only
I
reason
know.
why he's got 8.5 sacks.
Yeah,
You know?
I know.
I mean, that sounds like a good number. That's a great number for a whole season, but it's not. This is only the last 5 games that he's gotten these numbers.
That's
I think
true.
he's got, it's 2.5 sacks the first 8 games.
Well, they've kind of changed him in the scheme too. They've kind of just said, you know what, enough of this linebacker nonsense. Just go get the pass rusher, and he's been out there throwing moves, spins. That second, I think it was the second sack he had last game, where Glennon steps up and he just takes his guy and throws him. And he's still young, bro. He's still gonna put on weight, muscle, everything. But I just worry. I'm not scared of the Patriots. What I worry about is that we always split with them and we've already beat them. If we win all throughout, beat every team, and we're sitting there winning in scenario, winner takes all in either the division or the
6 seed
wild card seed or something like that, which is I think
they got the new wild card. They got, instead of the 4 wild cards, they got 2 others after the wild card.
Yeah, they got the 4, and no, they got 3 now. They got 3 wild cards. 3 wild cards. So there's 4 people that get in, and then there's 3 wild cards. They kept to it. But I worry because we usually split with them. We've already beat them once, but I don't worry about them as much as I worry about Derrick Henry. And maybe if that's the week he comes back, maybe it's a down week for him because he'll be coming back for injury. If he comes back in 2 weeks and he plays
the week before us,
and he goes off, or he even has a down game, I'm going to be worried about seeing him because that's the only guy that could stand in our way to me. It's not Mac Jones, who only threw the ball 3 times last game.
For 19 yards.
Screw that, bro. And they ain't going to run no 50 times on us in Miami and get away with that shit. It ain't snowing here.
It isn't the players on the field that I'm worried about when we played New England. It's the coach on the sideline.
Yeah, but you know what? We got a piece of his brain over on our side of the field, and we've seen Brian Flores beat him. And you know what? As long as Tua's playing, Tua ain't never lost to Bill Belichick.
Yeah, and Tua ain't never lost a Super Bowl either.
Wow, smart ass. You know what though? I don't want to say I worry because I know what's going to happen. If we're sitting and it's the last game of the year, I'm going to have to spend another one of those get your bitched at by your old lady.
I'm going to actually, if we're there and we've won out and that's the last game, I'm going to that game.
I'm going to that game, man. Period. I'm going to drop another stupid dime that I'm going to get bitched at for the rest of my life to my old lady.
I'm single, so it don't matter to me.
I'll probably just go just me, so it's not a big dime, but then I'll get bitched at just as much, if not more, because I'll be a selfish a-hole and all this other stuff. But I can't not be there for something like that, because if we win and get in the playoffs and beat the Patriots doing it,
I think it's been, I want to say
2016 is the last time we went to the playoffs.
No, I'm talking about when we beat the Patriots twice in a row, or 2 games.
Oh God, I can't even remember.
I think it's 2010.
Yeah, 10 or 8. No, the year that Tom Brady got hurt, that's when we went to the playoffs and we beat them twice because they had Matt Castle, and it was 2008, I believe.
Yeah, and then Matt Castle did a great job. You know, he did good, and he gets a giant contract. And shits everywhere.
Yeah, wasn't it with Green Bay he got a contract
I think something like that. Yeah, I think they were trying to replace Favre, and they didn't trust the other quarterback there.
Rodgers, what a spit in the face.
The best quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, man, dude. Buddy's got a gun.
Aaron Rodgers is the truth.
Well, here's the calamity.
Next year.
Here's the calamity that I see, and that's what we're going to talk about. Miami if we do get in the playoffs, it'll be the best thing ever for Tua because it'll give every reason in the world to not see all the stuff that's coming. And that's free agents like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. And then whatever, I like both those guys.
I love Aaron Rodgers. I don't like Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers is in his 40s, bro. Russell
So is
Wilson's
Tom
still.
Brady.
Yeah, I know that, but you know what? They're not all Tom Brady, and Tom Brady's the outlier. We can't measure anyone to Tom Brady because he's a fucking machine.
Yeah, Aaron
bro.
Rodgers still eats cheeseburgers.
You see that commercial he's
and
got?
bread.
It's like a Tesla commercial or an electric car commercial, and he's plugged into the electrical thing. I mean, dude's a frig. Yeah, he's got like he's sitting there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Tom comes here all the time to recharge." And he's got
He's a damn cyborg.
Yeah, and he goes, "Thanks, guys. See you next week." You know what I'm saying? I mean, duh. The guy is.
I like that. I want to see that. I like that.
Yeah, it's a cool commercial. Dude's a friggin' animal. You can't measure even Aaron Rodgers, who's doesn't look like he's taken a step back. But
he hasn't. Got a cannon.
Obviously, there's a love affair with Deshaun Watson. There's no secret. Between the love affair with Deshaun, free agents like, you know, people who have won Super Bowls and Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers with his cannon, if we don't get in the playoffs and Tua doesn't get a chance to show what he can do in the playoffs, win, lose, or whatever, just show that he can win playoff games, even if we don't win and it's not him. Because if we even go to the playoffs and we lose and it's because of the offense, now we gotta literally, even if we don't get any of these other guys, we gotta sit here and listen to Deshaun Watson. Ooh, we gotta sit here and listen to why not get Aaron Rodgers. And I'm not saying it
because there's still those whispers in the back about Deshaun Watson, and I don't like it. I don't like him. I didn't like him when he came out of college. I don't like Deshaun Watson. I don't like his character, to be honest.
I didn't like him either. My brother-in-law, Brandon the bookie, he loved him. He thought the Dolphins effed up big time by not taking him. And you know what? The son of a bitch has been right because Buddy is legit as shit as a quarterback.
Yeah.
No different than like, you know, every kind of quarterback people are wanting today. A guy who can run, who can make off-script plays. You know, he's Patrick Mahomes-esque. He really is. And that's what people love to see. And, dude, I'm telling you, not for nothing, the year he does come back after that suspension, what do you think he's going to do in the NFL that year? He's going to put on the show of shows. He's going to – because he's got to win everyone's love back.
But you can't have him in a city like Miami. There's a lot of massage parlors in Miami. There's a lot of shit to do in Miami, bro.
That. I agree
Listen,
with you.
you go down to Ocean Drive. It's nothing.
It's not like Stephen Ross can't hire a freaking private team to stay around him 24 hours a day, bro. Listen, that would all be worked out.
You can't have him in Dallas. You can't have him in Miami. You can't have him in Dallas. You can't have him in New York. You can't have him in L.A.
He's in Houston.
I mean, yeah, that he's going to stay in Houston. That's exactly where he's going to stay. Not that there's nothing wrong with Houston. I love Houston. I've been there.
It's not like the Sin City of Miami. I agree with you, especially with someone who obviously
what happens to all the rookies in Miami? I mean, look what happens to them. They get, oh my God, it's so fun. Yeah, calm down.
Yeah, it is. Listen, I've partied in Miami a bunch, and I've gotten into plenty of trouble there, and it's worth every penny and every problem at times, bro. But not those types of pennies and problems.
Yeah, those are shiny pennies.
Those are super shiny dimes that you got to cash in with the old lady, dog. And you got an old lady, and that he's got. Listen, I don't know. I've got theories and conspiracies about him, that we'll get into at a different time about how I think he may have been set up in a lot of ways and set up by his own organization. I have a complete idea of what on there, and we'll discuss that in the off season. But I do know that the team has a love affair with him, and I already mentioned to you, I think Chris Greer intended on getting him and intended on using. Of course, he loves Dan Marino, and Dan Marino loves him back. Dan Marino's the one who got him to sign that contract and have a no-trade clause put in there. And why do you think that was? Because why is he using that no-trade now? That's exactly right. And Dan Marino,
he is not a brat.
He's not the owner. He's not the owner. And the owner loves Tua. He does. And that's why we got him. Like I said, I put together all these pieces. Chris Greer had full intention of doing what the owner wants. But the owner wanted Deshaun, but then fell in love with Tua. And that's not out of the realm of what this owner has shown us. Falling in love with something and then falling in love with something else. He's always been like that. He's been wishy-washy on a lot of shit with this team. And I don't want him to get wishy-washy again and go get Deshaun as soon as his team's trajectory's up with Tua.
Yeah.
But I worry that's the calamity we are heading for. And maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I'd rather watch Tua hold that Lombardi up. But if it's Deshaun holding it up for the Dolphins, please somebody hold it, because I need this effing tattoo. You know what I'm saying? I want this tattoo. I got a spot picked out here. I got a couple on my legs, got a giant part in my back. I'm willing to do whatever. I just need to get to that point.
Yeah. Well, we got a good chance, man. There's an opportunity that we can capitalize on. It's just win. You got to win, baby. Win.
That's all that matters, man. The game has a lot. It's a lot of X's and O's, a lot of this.
Yeah.
But winning is what matters the most. And all these guys say it too. They're like, yeah, the stats are great, but the one stat we care about is winning. And that's the truth, because if you win, all these problems go away.
Yeah.
And ever since the trade deadline came and went, and I was certain we were going to trade for Deshaun. I was certain we were going to walk away from Tua, cash in on this season, chalk it up for a loss, play, I don't know, Tyrod Taylor or somebody, or get some other douche to come here, maybe get Ditka or whatever. Not Ditka. What's that guy that seems to always come around every couple of years? He used to play for Dallas. Dinka or something like that. What is his name?
I don't know.
I don't know. But, I fully expected to see us make that change. I had already told other podcasts, my guys over at Go Time Dolphins, I was like, nah, it's going to happen, guys. Let's wait and see. And it didn't, and I looked like a fool, and that's cool. But I don't know, man. I really worry about this offseason coming up. But I won't have to worry if somehow we get in the playoffs and somehow we win a playoff game, or somehow it's Tua that leads us to the playoffs and leads us to a playoff victory, and maybe the defense falls. But there's just no way you can put it on him, and that if you leave him, you're an idiot. But I also believe that there is one team that is madly in love with him, with Tua, I mean, that will offer up a price worth taking and getting Deshaun. And I think it's Carolina. I think Carolina looked at us, watched the quarterback they got, looked across the way and seen Tua, and saw Tua dice them up and beat their ass. And I'll say this on the record. I think this offseason, it'll get dicey, it'll get shaky, and you don't know this, that I said this anyhow, but everyone's going to know what I think. I think we're going to trade for Deshaun this offseason, no matter what happens, unless we win a playoff game with Tua and it's because of him. I think they're going for Deshaun. I think they're going to sell Tua to Carolina, and I think we're going to get a first round and some change, and they're going to package all that in and give it to the Texans, and we're going to give them 3 first rounders, 2 second rounders, and Xavier Howard, and maybe somebody else goes too, and we'll get Deshaun.
You might as well start fresh. I mean, that's basically this.
Well, it'll only be something they'll pay for next offseason. It'll be 1 year of first rounders and second rounders, and then a player like Xavier Howard, who's a Houston native and would probably be happy to go. That's what I think will happen. And I think we'll sit there in the first 4 games with no quarterback and get our asses whipped and look at Tua just beating the shit out of people in Carolina and going, why the hell did we do this? And I think the first game Deshaun comes back, we'll probably get our asses beat, because why would he do good? He ain't been around for 4 weeks. So I think that year is going to be rough. But I think if it does come, and this is my Notre Dame, if I had a Notre Dame looking hat, I think look out, whoever does have Deshaun on their team, because that boy is going to will that team to the playoffs, to victories in the playoffs. And if there was ever a year he was going to will someone to a Super Bowl, it'll be the year he comes back to prove everybody wrong.
I disagree. I don't think that he's going to be a shadow of what he was when he came out of college. After his injury, he wasn't anyway. When he busted up his knee, I just I don't think that that's going to happen. I love the Dolphins to win these next 4 games. I'm going to be at the Jets game with you. We're going to be on the sideline or out tailgating there. Come out there and see us.
I'm going to have a flag made. Hopefully it gets here by time. It'll be a purple flag just like this logo.
Says
and
Dolphin Johnny.
No, it'll say the Fins tailgate on it, bro. And I'm getting you a flag made. This flag ain't cheap either, guys. I just went and saw the flag man today, and it ain't, shit ain't cheap.
A flag man?
I got a guy who makes banners, flags.
I got a guy.
I got a guy.
That's Miami. That's South Beach right there. I got a guy. Hold on, I got a guy.
But this isn't what I want to happen, bro.
It's not.
I don't want Deshaun. I hope you're right. I hope I'm wrong. But this is what I think's gonna happen. And from what I can see, back before the trade deadline, with other, I like to watch the Big O show. And for anybody who doesn't know the Big O, he's a radio host around here in South Florida. He's very well connected with all the writers that I follow very closely. And he gets them on his show, and he does a nice podcast that's on the internet. And he had guys coming on, and he's a super Tua supporter, which I love because I love Tua. And he was talking, shit about Deshaun. And right as soon as the trade deadline came up, and the week of the trade deadline, the reporters were telling him they think it's going to happen. It's happening. Yeah. And then the day before it was going to happen, when he started talking shit about Deshaun, they got pissed. And it was like, and these are professional reporters, but they kind of got out of their professionalism a little bit. And I seen a little something behind the veil there where they knew something that Big O didn't. And I was like, oh shit, this is going to happen. Because these guys were going to not let them be in a situation where they were talking bad about the new Miami Dolphins quarterbacks. That's what it looked like to me. And I was like, oh shit, this might happen. That's why I was certain it was going to happen. So I still think this is going to happen, man. I don't want it to. I want Tua. I'm rooting for Tua. I'm going to root. And when Deshaun gets out there, I'm not going to be happy to see him unless we know all this other shit was what I think it is, a lot of lying and a lot of blowing out of proportion and a little bit of blackmail. And we'll go into that another time. But I hope that we stick the course. I hope we get in the playoffs this year. I hope we win a playoff game. I hope we win the damn Super Bowl with Tua and everyone can stick it up their ass and not say shit about my boy no more because he's exactly what I want. He's a good Christian kid. He's lovable in every situation. Good luck hating the guy. The only reason you can hate someone like that is the same reason you can hate a guy like Big E. It's just because you're an asshole. You're an asshole, dude. That's it. You're an asshole. You don't like nobody. Get the hell away from us before I knock your fucking teeth out. Because I ain't got no time for you, dude. It upsets me, but I like to say this, and I told you this earlier today. I lead with my heart. I follow my heart. I lead with my head, and I walk with my feet, hopefully in the light, And when I go with all these things, my heart wants this, but my head's telling me different. And so I am conflicted on this because I'll be happy as long as we win a Super Bowl. But if this guy is guilty of these things and we get him on the team and it comes out that we're guilty, we'll get everything we deserve, and rightfully so. And I'll be out there with the rest of these Dolphin diehards bitching it up and running Ross out of town if that's the case. But if he does come to the team and we find out there's a lot of shenanigans that happen here and it ain't nothing like they said it was, and okay, he had a massage chick that he banged once or twice or something like that, and the rest of them were a bunch of lies. I mean, shit, dog. You in South Florida, you go to these Asian massage parlors, all y'all in there doing it too. Fuck out of here.
No, that's not.
Bullshit. Just like freaking the owner of the damn New England Patriots, who we didn't hear shit about.
What happened when he went to Miami? He got blow and
he went over there and went and got himself the 2-for-1 special and shit. Don't bullshit me, guys. Yeah. So, I don't know. And everyone loves to cast stones in glass houses when it's easy to say he's a rapist. And I didn't like people calling him a rapist because that's bullshit.
Yeah,
he ain't guilty of nothing yet.
No.
But I'm not sticking my neck out for him because I already said I want Tua here. I'm just telling you what my head's telling me.
What I want you to do before the season's over is get a little bit of little bit more, because I know you know a lot about it, but get a little bit more knowledge on these Miami Marlins, because
I know
they're
you're a
doing
big
some
Marlins fan.
they're doing some phenomenal things. Anthony Bass, Anthony Bender, the two Anthonys, the pitchers, 3.1 ERA, 2.75 ERA. Great, great guys. Just get in
Listen,
those
I
names.
have full intention of immersing myself in the other Miami sports teams, like the Heat, like the Canes, like the Marlins, like the Panthers.
You got
But
to ask the 305 Sports Babe about the Heat. She knows everything there is to know
I
about the
will,
Heat.
I will be talking to her at the tailgate party.
Yep, yep.
But I, I, to take this thing that I have, that I've created to that level, it's got to grow, man. And that's okay. I'm willing to wait. I'm a patient person. I've waited this long to do something like this. I'm not that patient because I had full intention of starting this in the off season, but I couldn't wait any longer, man. And, I have a full idea. This is the Finn's Tailgate show, but I really want it to be the Fans Tailgate Network, which I've already started moving on that ball. And I plan to have hopefully a team of people, man. And you know what? You know a lot about the Miami Marlins. Maybe that's your gig, dog. I know you're a Seminoles guy, so when I do need Seminoles shit, I'm gonna bring you on to know about it.
I
I
won't
have a
talk about them until they start winning.
that's kind of how I was with the
I'm ghosting
Canes.
them. I'm ghosting the Seminoles.
That's kind of how I am with the Canes. Now that they got Mario, now I'll get in love with them again. And there'll be hard times, but I'll follow it strict. But if I see more of the same, like I did during Manny, like I did with, I fell back in love with the Canes when Rick came. And
Yeah.
it was fun there for a bit. And then we got Manny, and I wanted Manny like the rest of us. And how quickly we fall out of love with mofos in Miami, bro. We ain't got time for losers around
No,
here,
there's a
bro.
lot of shit to do. A lot of
There's
shit
too
to
much
do.
fun shit to do. I can go
That's
watch
it.
the Heat win. I can
Yeah.
go watch the Dolphins lose. I'd rather
Right.
watch the Dolphins lose than the Canes lose, because that's just sad, man. Because I feel bad for the kids. At least these other guys are getting paid millions of dollars. These kids, you're letting them down as a coach, as an organization. It breaks my heart, man. I can't watch it.
Yeah.
It fucks me up, dude. It messes me up big time. I hate it. So, but I have full intention of expanding this, hopefully into a network of people who I can bring on. I'll have a Heat specialist. I'll have a Canes person that's in there. I do have my boy Big Kev. Hopefully, he can figure out a way to make himself Big Daddy Kane Kev. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If not, I'll find someone. This is going to grow. I will find people who are committed. Brandon the bookie is very committed. That's why he comes on at least once a week. Maybe I can work you in as the Marlins guy, because I ain't got no time it's hard enough keeping up with these Dolphins and all the rumors and all the stuff, and just running all this services that I'm now trying to provide for people. Although I have a wealth of knowledge about the NFL and football, and I do have knowledge about the Canes and other things, it's a drop in the bucket compared to what I do have in football. And I'll learn more as I go.
Sure.
But to maintain all that knowledge and all that ability and all that shit, that's just too much, man. I can't do it all by myself.
Yeah, you got to lose something to gain something.
That's right, man.
You're like a dog.
I'll be 36 in a couple days, man, as you know, and it don't work like it used to. When I was younger, I could spin 200 plates, date 10 chicks, and go party and work all at the same time. That's just different. I ain't that guy no more, and I ain't trying to be.
No, and getting the 3 fights in one night.
Oh man, whipping asses too, boy. Everybody wrecked that. But I ain't that dude no more, and I ain't trying to be that dude no more. So I hope to put together a network of people. I'll make episodes, and as this channel grows with more subscribers, and stuff like that, and maybe someone, I love this betting that I do. I'm pretty damn good at it. I'm on a heater like you wouldn't believe. I picked the Lions to win last week, and I cleaned up. And anyone who was smart enough to bet with me, they cleaned up too, because nobody
should never bet against a team that had a catastrophic. Their city just had something bad happen to them.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. I mean, look at New Orleans taught you all that lesson. They got a hurricane come through, they win a Super Bowl. Yeah. The bigger catastrophic thing to happen, the bigger the prize.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But either way, like I said, I try to see the forest through the trees, and I study the NFL so well that when I make my bets, they're well-informed bets. I watch these players. I watch the talk. I hear the rumors. I hear the other guys. I hear
Yeah.
the beat. And I will always stay that way with the NFL. I will try to do it with the NBA. I will try to do it with Canes. If I can
You-
stop my day job and do this for a living, then you bet your ass I'll do all that. But I
Not
still,
yet.
even if this was my full-time gig, I would need more people. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
here doing it at 11 o'clock at night. I got a job, and not an easy one. I run my own business, as you know.
Yeah.
It's not, this is a lot of friggin' work for me, but I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. So I will be happy to share it with people. And if you want to do some Miami Marlins and hold tight on that, you let me
Let
know.
me
We'll
know.
talk about that a different time. But
Yeah.
in the
Let me know.
meantime, guys, we're gonna wrap this episode up. This is DolphinJohnny. Follow him on Twitter. You guys can check him out. He's out there. He's posting Dolphin stuff. He's going to be with me at the Dolphins tailgate, at the Fins tailgate, at Dolphin Stadium, at Hard Rock Stadium against the Jets next Sunday. I might have some tickets, guys. Please stay tuned. I might be able to give away a free ticket. That would be the best.
Are you going to have any other giveaways that you absolutely know that you'll have? Some cards, some
I
rookie
always have
or-
cards, man. I
Okay.
always have cards,
Okay.
brother.
Okay.
And a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and show the cards that I still have just real quick. Let me just go ahead. I have from the last game, I have a Michael Strahan card right here
Okay.
in mint condition, and I also got a Phil Simms card in mint condition here.
Okay.
And
What's
I'm
with the
giving away.
Giants?
Well, that's the team I always try to take the team we're playing against
Oh,
and give
okay.
some of those cards. I
Okay.
still have this
Okay.
Dan Marino card right here.
Yeah.
Mint condition Dan Marino card.
Okay.
All you guys got to do is like, subscribe, share the video to get one of the cards. If you want the Dan card, you got to share it to Facebook, Twitter, and somewhere else, Instagram. I don't care. But you have to email me at the Fins Tailgate on Gmail. It's scrolling down at the bottom, guys. All right, DolphinJohnny, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna close it up. I'll talk to you later.
Later,
bro. But all right, guys, that was the very first episode of the fandom origin story. If you have been in contacts with me on Facebook, I've been in contact with a few of you. Don't worry, guys. I still promise to bring people on. Hopefully, I'll get another one of these on this week. I plan to get another one on no matter what before I go to the Jets game. So please be patient with me. I will get everyone on. I promised everyone that I did promise that they will come on and tell their story. In the meantime, guys, hit me up down here. I got these cards. I got other cards. I got all kinds of cards. You know, I'm giving stuff away. If you guys do get to make it at the Jets game, please come see the Jets game with me. If you're going there, come say hi. You'll see my tent. I'll be by the Fin fan guys. Hopefully, I'll be around in the orange parking lot inside the stadium as we get going. I will give you guys more information about where exactly I'll be. I will be going live from the stadium as long as things work out. We will have Brandon the bookie on, or he will run it if I can't make it, because he's going to go ahead and give our picks. That's what we're doing this. We're doing the picks. We're doing what we think on the bets. We will have more episodes this week. Brandon will get on later this week. We will do the betting. Even though the Dolphins have a bye week, we still got some bets to make. Boy, we're still trying to make some money, right? So, you know what, guys? I had a lot of fun. I hope to do more of these episodes. So stay tuned. This is the Fins Tailgate. I am your host, El Capitan, Chris Adams. This is the tailgate party that never stops, and we'll be partying hardcore at the stadium here directly. Thanks.